Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Stern, Stern Chiropractic, helping you and your kids maximize your health, performance, and quality of life naturally. Today, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite recipes. It's a seitan recipe. Seitan is basically a vegan meat substitute using vital wheat gluten. So if you have gluten sensitivities, this is not for you. But today's recipe is a vegan turkey that, when marinated appropriately, tastes like turkey. When marinated in a different way, can be like corned beef. And there's also an Italian marinade that's used for things like a Philly cheesesteak and such. It's an offshoot of the Chicago diner recipe, meat-free since '83, the oldest vegan restaurant in Chicago. It's a big offshoot because I've made a whole lot of changes to it. But in front of you, it looks like a whole lot of ingredients. And there are a bunch of things here. There's vital wheat gluten, there's almond flour, there's chickpea flour, there's nutritional yeast, avocado oil, a vegan chicken bouillon, salt, rosemary, smoked paprika, garlic and onion, pepper, tamari, basil, and oregano. These are all the ingredients that go into this recipe. And although, yes, it seems like a lot, it's a super easy recipe. So we'll get started now. So as always, a downloadable recipe will be linked below this video, along with a link to my newsletter archive at www.sternchiro.com, where you can find a whole lot more recipes and 25 years of health and wellness newsletters that I hope you'll take advantage of, share with your family, share with your friends, and share with your coworkers. Now, this little toy here, I really just got a couple months ago. I got it for myself for Father's Day. I always made this recipe just with a bowl and a good solid spatula. So if you have a countertop mixer, great. If you don't, this can just be done in a bowl with a spatula and your hands mixing it. The process here is I put all the dry ingredients in the bowl and then add the wet ingredients and then mix. Form it into a loaf. Wrap that loaf with a piece of wet cheesecloth and then place it on my stovetop in a pot with a steaming rack. And it'll steam for about 46 minutes, at which point I'll take it out and slice it. All right, so instead of having you watch me fumble with a brand new kitchen appliance, I've added all the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients. And now I just turn it on and let it mix. So my new little toy definitely makes life easier, because within about a minute, everything is combined into a solid dough that pulled away from the sides and, well, is very easy to work with. So now all I do is I just kind of form it into a loaf, and then I wrap it in cheesecloth that I've already wetted down. I just go to Walmart and buy a package of roll of cheesecloth and just use it as necessary, because there are several recipes that I make that use cheesecloth to wrap the dough while it's steaming. So once it's formed into a loaf, you just place it on the cheesecloth and just easily wrap it up. And then I have a pot on the stovetop that I have a kind of a homemade jury-rigged steaming system worked up. I put it in there and it'll cook for 46 minutes. Well, welcome back. It's amazing how quick time passes. I've pulled the turkey out of the steamer. All I need to do is take it out from its wrapping in the cheesecloth. And as you can see, it's pretty big. So I tend to slice it in half and I freeze half of it. For the half that I keep out, I slice some into slices for sandwiches, and then I cube up the rest and leave it in a container with more of that vegan chicken broth that I made. So it's ongoing marinating, and it keeps its flavor and moisture. I eat it as a snack when I feel like it and make sandwiches for lunch. So I hope you found this recipe useful. I encourage you to go to the website, go to the newsletter archive, check out all of the 25 years of health and wellness newsletters there. Share it with your friends, family, and loved ones. Hope you have a wonderful month. See you next month. Peace.